Cameron, Callum, Audrey, and Elisa pay a visit to Liberty in the hospital in chapter 1421. Cameron worries that bothering Callum will be awkward, but Liberty assures that they are all friends and tells her to forgo the formality. Callum acknowledges Liberty's comments and grinned at his sister-in-law. Cameron is unable to linger for too long because Liberty still needs to relax. Cameron and Callum go together as Audrey and Elisa arrive. Audrey recommends that while she and Elisa stay at the hospital to keep an eye on Liberty, Serenity takes Sony and Zachary home to relax in the afternoon. They intend for Zachary and Serenity to take over the watch in the late afternoon. Knowing that her sister needs to rest, Serenity hesitates but ultimately decides to go along. She receives a message from Liberty reassuring her that she is okay. Zachary walks into the room and bows to Audrey as a sign of respect. Knowing that Zachary once looked down on her but now has to respect her, Elisa can't help but find humor in the situation. Serenity is urged by Zachary to pay attention to her sister and aunt, who stress the need for rest in order to properly care for Liberty. She agrees despite her concerns and departs the hospital with Zachary and Sony. They talk about returning to the mansion where Nana has asked a psychic to assess Sony's well-being following the horrible experiences he underwent. Zachary is dubious, but he lets Nana go because he thinks there won't be any consequences. Serenity accepts this without objecting and is aware that information about their visit to the psychic may get out online. They have already faced with the media's focus on their private life, notably with regard to their ability to conceive. For Serenity's sake, Zachary simplifies the subject and withholds the specifics in order to prevent adding her already mounting concerns. The emphasis of this chapter is on Liberty's support and care, as well as on her family's desire for relaxation. In addition to showing their concern and support, Cameron, Callum, Audrey, and Elisa all pay a visit to Liberty. Serenity is convinced that putting herself first will enable her to help Liberty more effectively in the long term, and she decides to go home with Zachary and Sony.